Und damit kann es weitergehen mit Let's Play Fake Grand Order. Ich bin das ein bisschen unterwegs. Wir haben es geschafft und beim letzten Mal hier die werte Jeanne d'Arc Alter gefunden. Die werte Dame wurde hier angegriffen von den Truppen vom anderen Archer of Shinjuku, nicht unsere, den Bösen. Also in Anführungsstrichen Bösen. Alle sind böse. Und ja, liebe Leute, daraufhin, nachdem sie, als sie hier gerade auf Klamottenschau war, kam der Rider Shinjuku. Wir konnten ihn in einen Feuerkreis hier umzingeln. Und nun haben wir ihn fürs erste bezwungen und schauen wir mal, ob es das wirklich war. Einen Kopf haben wir ihn schon mal kürzer gemacht. Don't expect us to go easy on you, Dullahan. Did you get it? Not yet. Why? Wind. Bullseye. What? Master. I'm okay. It got away. Now your blow was definitely fatal, and John's fire was perfect. Of course, your orders were absolutely spot on too, Master. The only failure here was my strategy, underestimated Rider's tendency. The hatred the wolf bears is deeper than the ocean itself. The wolf is the one controlling the night. I should have realized it sooner. Dullahans are only an urban legend. They may seem scary, but they are nothing more than a harmless concept. At most, they are innocent Farite. But not that wolf. Its loathing knows no bounds. It doesn't eat people out of hunger, but out of hatred. It really despises people that much. Ah yes, after what just happened, I'm certain of it. That hatred is no mere thing of myth, nor is the wolf something that was simply worshipped and abandoned. It is far more direct kind of hatred, the sort that comes out from trauma, like having one's wife murdered. And I know of only one phantom spirit who meets that description. Oh, so it's an inverse. A beast that made its mark in mythology would be more akin to a phantasmal. A being who was once worshipped but would never hate humans that much. Certainly not enough to eat them. I mean, it's such a barbaric act. So in other words, an inverse, a famous wolf with little historical bearing. The Wolf King. You're correct, Master. A man named Saturn once wrote about it. He described it as real-life demonic beast, a monster so smart and was fierce as a literal demon. He loathed humans for killing his mate, Blanca, and that hate persisted until his death. Lobo, the king of Kurumpao. Now I see. So it grew by feeding on both humans and hatred alike. Yeah, hey. The hell's wrong with you? Letting it escape after I went and used my noble phantasm. Oh, sorry about that. It was all my fault. Feel free to chew me out all you like. Stay away from me, you stink. I meant scold me for messing up and not hominem insult. Are you ashamed of yourself for this, Master? You should be. We'll get him next time. Huh, that's better. Anyway, we got his idiot back. Now what do we do? It's unfortunate we weren't able to finish off the ride of Shinjuku. But with those wounds, it won't be returning to the front line anytime soon. The worst thing about that rider was its ability to zip around all of Shinjuku. But now that it's immobilized, we can take out the league of phantom fiends. In other words... Oh, I know. The Berserker. Ah, the puppet master, huh? Or rather, the puppet herself. Oh, she's the one who possessed the most danger. I say, didn't your parents ever teach you two not to finish out a sentence for them? Now I've gone and wasted a perfectly good Eureka face. Shut up. Come on, Master. Say something. Nope. Nope. Ich leg mich nicht mit den beiden, mit den heißen, gemeinen Waifus an. Alter Waifus. Huh, what's the problem? I mean, she and I are both artists, so being bad is the same as for being good for us. Speak for yourself. I may allow evil to run amok, but not at the expense of order. I knew you and I wouldn't get along. Did you actually think I might consider you an ally? If this were a proper Holy Grail, I'd already have killed you on the spot. Oh yeah, well, no time like the present, huh? You make a good point. You're damn right I do, you ice bitch queen. Wow, this isn't right. Why is this happening? Stop bickering! Bickering? Is that what you think this is, Master? I'm going to skewer her life, just like her good-for-nothing son did. Oh, well, isn't this something? One moment we are having an ordinary conversation, the next we are trying to kill each other. Das ist ja genauso wie ein schöner Tag in der Tafelrunde. Oh, wir mobben jetzt alle bis es runter. This is the trouble with altered servants. No. I'm sure you both have plenty you wish to say one another to things you like to kill each other over. But please, this is hardly being the time. Let's take care of the Berserk of Shinjuku first. Then you'll be free to whatever terrible violence you wish to teach other. Well, what do you say? Jetzt wollen sie beide ihn töten. I suppose I can wait that long to kill her. Fine with me. I can handle you anytime you're ready. Wonderful. It's great to see you two getting along. Now let's use our newly forged alliance to take out the Berserk of Shinjuku. Go team! Let's get out of here, Master. Go on and lead the way. Jeez, you can be a thick sometimes. Coming. Yay, team. Yay. Mash, thank you. Haha, easy der Archer. Die schlechteste zusammengewürfelte Truppe aller Zeiten, Mann. Oh, ja, heiß, was unser werte Jean hier gefunden hat. Also einfach den Modeladen ausgeraubt, Mann. Huh, what's with this hat? It stink, it's all. It's perfectly for you, ice bitch queen. Gross as a dog. I hate dogs. If you don't like it, you're free to turn into your spiritual form, or even better, disappear for good. You wish anyway. If Master can take it, then so can I. Now come on, Master. Don't you have something to say? I'm waiting. That's hot! Is that it? Nothing about how good it looks on me? Or how well I wear it? Or another phone call. How would you like to handle it, Master? Ich würde gerne Jean Alter rangehen lassen. Ich würde sagen, hey Punk! Ich war gerade mitten in einem Gespräch mit Master! Wenn ich dich finde, brenne ich dich hier nieder. Hello? I'm glad the rescue mission worked out. I only wish I had some good news to follow it. Talk to me. Usually I prefer to make my reports once I've grasped the full truth of a situation. In case where there's no room for conjecture and only people can understand what's going on. I'll step in and conduct rigorous investigations. But this time, I'm afraid there was only so much even I could do. Even though there are still a number of unknowns, I need to pass this information to you right away, regrettable as they may be. It's incredible and vexing, but I'm afraid I have no choice. After all, time is not on our side. I've never seen this man so desperate. He plans everything down to the smallest detail and is utterly detest when things take too long. So while this matter is atypical for him, it also means that anything in my investigation points to him as the culprit. In this malicious Shinjuku, the station became a veritable dungeon, and every building here is in the same state of despair, however. Have you noticed that there was one building which has been completely replaced? That's right, you've seen it before. The strange tower taking the place of Metropolitan Government Building. Oh, da wo der Regierungssitze sind. Okay. The tower that grows day by day. The tower is a barrel of a gun. A barrel of a gun? Haha, I don't blame you for being taken back, Master. But as wild as it may seem, it's the truth. The Archer Shinjuku, the one who isn't your servant, is the leader of the League of Phantom Fiends. And I know now what it is he's after. He plans to destroy the Earth, to obliterate it. To tackle Tower, you must first defeat the League of Phantom Fiends. The Berserk of Shinjuku, the Assassin of Shinjuku, the Rider of Shinjuku, and one more. An archer that uses modern-day weaponry. Jeanne d'Arc also knows him well, so you should ask her about him. I'm sure you'll be heading out to defeat these servants as soon as you have a chance of victory. Who do you plan on facing next? The Berserker. A reasonable decision. The Berserker can be found near Kabukicho. He's a typical tyrant, an absolute dystopian. There's also the logistic problems, what with you being outnumbered, but I'm sure you can handle that. The real problem is, well, you. I'm guessing you'll be presented with a choice. Though I'm afraid you'll get hurt no matter what decision you make. As your guide, let me give you some advice. Endure. Whatever it is, you can take it. Hang on that nobility of yours, and you'll always be you. Oh, and for the Arch of Shinjuku, don't trust him too much. I have no doubt that he's your enemy. As long as I'm going around investigating like this, the Archer will surely be able to deduce the conclusion I've reached. So telling him not to trust him is not a stretch by any means. Anyway, now just wait to see how he reacts up learning about this. No doubt Master will try to trust him, but some suspicion will surely remain. When the time comes, will he attempt to kill him or merely deceive him? Or perhaps he'll do something that not even I can predict. Either way, we soon find out. Mir gefällt es, wie Dante immer so eine Art Geschichtenerzähler ist. Das gefällt mir immer so ein bisschen. Dass er, ähnlich wie auch Merlin, immer so ein bisschen am Rand der Geschichte steht und da seinen Einfluss hat. Wie Merlin immer in seinem Garten auf Avalon eben hockt und dort eben die Sache beobachtet er es ein bisschen zwar näher, aber im Endeffekt so vom selben Typ her. So, wir wählen eine... Alter Mann, MP5 Jeanne d'Arc, alter Mann. Gibt es was Mächtigeres? Ich glaube nicht. So, jetzt muss ich schauen. Habe ich böse Caster? Medea. Will ich Medea mitnehmen? Meine Level 1 Medea. Ja, ich packe einfach mal wieder meine Vlad ein. Und Sieg muss böse sein. Sieg ist doch definitiv böse. Tu mal 100 Fraser rein, tu mal aus Taurus rein. Ich nehme aber Sansang mit. Das dauert sonst viel zu lang. Paracelsus können wir auch von mir jetzt noch raustun. Und wen tun wir rein? Wen hätte ich gerne ein bisschen Bond gelevelt? So, ihn hier. So, Vlad, diesmal kriegst du eine C, die besser zu dir passt. Painting Summer, genau. Und du klickst Black Rail. Black Rail ist so nice, Mann. Kannst du mal wieder sagen, die C ist so broken gut, Mann. So, passt schon. Das sollten wir schaffen. Da machen wir jetzt nicht ganz so viel Sorgen. Jo. Hauen wir raus und dann leg los. Cast, das werden wir schon schaffen. Allein mit Sound, sagen wir. Collateral disassembled. Dann widmen wir uns erst dem Berserker. Das ist doch hier im Wald der Assassin, das Phantom der Opera. There are several ways of leading people into a trap. One is to cut off the escape route, making them think their current path is the only way forward. Another is to make them think their current path is the way they should go forward, and stop them from considering other paths as options. I wonder which trap he will fall for. Not that it makes difference now, of course, since he's made the wrong choice right from the beginning. Die Frage ist, wer das gedacht hat. Hat das unser Archer Shinjuku gedacht oder der Wade? What is it? You say you cannot trust me? Talk about the most reasonable advice in the world. I don't have anything else to add to that. I hate to admit it, but I agree with you. The very fact that our enemy has the same servant as grounds you for suspicion. Has anyone ever told you too that you have trust issues? Anyway, it doesn't matter. You still trust me, don't you, Master? More or less. A most practical answer. Very well then. Let us go ahead and defeat the Berserk of Shinjuku, so that you may trust me more. But first, let me tell you everything I know. While we do have a better chance of victory now that there are 3 of us, it's still only a chance. If we are to attack head-on, we would surely be torn apart.
Yeah, you're right. Indeed. Is it really that dangerous? Jean and Altri are both extremely powerful servants. I don't like the odds of a head-on battle either, but I can't believe you two have no chance at all.
Well, to put it simply, it's all about numbers. There are about 200 collaterals stationed in Kabukicho, and another 100 that patrol around Shinjuku on a regular basis.
So 300 altogether.
In other words, if we charge in head-on, we'll be greeted by 200 collaterals all at once. Haha, needless to say, we wouldn't last long. Even if we servants didn't die, Master certainly would, and without him, I'm afraid the game is over. And that's all. While these 200 collaterals wandering around Kabukicho, they are also listening to a song playing from the loudspeakers.
A song?
Naturally a song sung by the berserk of Shinjuku's beloved, our heroine, Christine. Every time she finishes singing, the collaterals applaud. This repeats all day, every day.
Yikes.
Talk about violating labor laws. As it stands, Kabukicho is presently an impregnable fortress. And if that weren't enough, the area is a maze of similar looking buildings, any one of which could contain a number of collaterals. Not to mention that they can see us clearly from atop the buildings. If we find ourselves in a situation with puppets coming at us from all sides, then it'll be the end of the line, Master, and I don't like that.
I believe I've fought some of the patrolling puppets before. What else can you tell us about them? Oh yeah, I've busted a few of them up myself.
I fought them more than once too, and managed to fend them off before they brought in reinforcements. But no matter what, within 36 hours, they once again numbered 200. Quite a phenomenon, isn't it? And here's another bit of information. The collaterals assigned to patrol don't just keep Kabukicho safe, they also regularly abduct people.
Why is that?
Oh, I think you can imagine. And that is what I know about Kabukicho. So has anyone come up with a strategy that doesn't include attacking head-on?
No, ja, Christina schalten.
Sneaking in? Sniping wäre echt gut, man. I'm afraid that with 200 puppets to contend with, that would be all but impossible.
In that case, I should cut them all down with my Excalibur Morgan.
Unfortunately, that won't work either. Even if you obliterate all of Kabukicho, the collaterals and the berserker would survive. Besides, I'm sure you have noticed the abnormality that permeates all of Shinjuku. While it may not be at the Age of God levels, for Tokyo in 1999 there is an impossible amount of magical energy swirling around. The energy has been pouring into concrete buildings to the point that even they didn't know harbor it. Thus I'm forced to conclude that your sacred sword can do little weird devastation on Kabukicho.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Oh, say admit you're a weakling?
I guess that does take courage of a sort. And I suppose you could do better with your little matchstick? It's more than hot enough to melt you, ice bitch queen.
Easy there.
Sind schon wieder, Mann. You stay out of this.
I think I may have a suggestion. But first there's something I'd like you to all to do. Bring back one collateral without harming it.
And why would you want to do that?
Kabukicho is dominated by illusion and puppets, so to see clearly we need a puppet of our own.
Ah, what a pain. Well then, come with me, Master.
There are a number of materials I'll need to modify it, so I'll go and find those in the meantime. That should be too difficult, since the local merchant have them for sale.
Local merchant? Kann man einfach shoppen gehen, oder? I'm so surprised that the Count of Monte Cristo said that we shouldn't trust him. Perhaps he knows Archer's true identity. I mean, that guy's a puzzle and on itself. Well, whatever. If he is gonna betray us, it'll be a crucial moment. Until then, we can keep using each other. Shh, collaterals. Please don't! Somebody help me! They're taking the people away. I know, we have to stop them, but... Yeah, that's very kind of you. Just don't blame me if you get caught up in a big mess. I see you're preparing for battle as you say that. Perhaps you're kinder than you let on. Alright, it's the time to capture Collateral. We await your orders, Master. Okay! Besseres beim letzten Mal. Beim letzten Mal haben wir die Leute einfach sterben lassen. Aber okay, liebe Leute. Ja, wie gesagt, das Große, was wir auch eigentlich nicht aus den Augen verlieren dürfen, ist natürlich, was im Endeffekt diese Singularität ist. So ganz haben wir da nämlich immer noch nicht die Erklärung dafür bekommen. Okay, das ist der gefährliche. Gehen wir erstmal auf den. Und der Ursprung wird natürlich mit diesem großen Turm zusammenhängen. Aber die goldene Frage ist halt, was steckt genau dahinter? Wieso habe ich eigentlich nicht die Arztkarte? Oh, ich hätte doch so schön einen Arztbuff machen können. Naja, dann halt nicht. Ich versuche es einmal, ihr MP aufzuladen, ohne ihren Skill und dann nochmal mit Skill. Ganz entspannt machen wir das hier. Bam! Okay, sehr gut. Jetzt geht langsam die Party los. Mir geht's gut, danke. Alter, du bist ein Lutscher, Mann. Okay. Nein, ich habe den falschen Command-Code an. Shit, Mann. Was nehme ich so einen Drecks-Command-Code überhaupt mit? Ist das one time? Great. Okay. Tja. Jetzt wird es so ein bisschen schlechter. Aber mir ist das jetzt wurscht. Vertrauen für Sonntag. Was nehme ich diesen Drecks-Command-Code mit? Das hält mich gerade so auf. Oh Mann, hätte ich den blöd mit Invincible, dann hätte ich jetzt nämlich sie getauntet. Oh. Nehme hier Arztkarte mit. Oder mit dem Evade zumindest. Das hätte auch gelangt. Und nö. So, 3 MPs kriege ich jetzt ab. So, meine ganze Party verreckt. Jo. Es wäre noch in Ordnung, wenn es jetzt nur Vlad wäre. So, da leckt gleich das Spiel, liebe Leute. Ah, alles in Ordnung. Okay, 100 Phrases da. So, dann nächster Versuch. Irgendwann haben wir schon hinbekommen. Ich will jetzt eigentlich EMP raushauen. Ich vergesse immer, dass ihr Invincible hat. Ihr seid doch alle Drachen, oder? Seid ihr echt keine Drachen, Mann? Ihr seid ja solche Fake-Drachen. Ja, ganz nett. Neutraler Schaden 85.000, Mann. Das ist akzeptabel. Ich krieg's echt nicht hin, Mann, hier scheiß MP aufzuladen mit Sonne. Ich krieg's einfach nicht hin, Mann. Ich weiß nicht, was ich falsch mache. Vieles. Ich meine, in dem Moment wäre es wurscht, aber trotzdem, ich habe es jetzt nicht einmal hinbekommen, die MP aufzuladen. Sonst klappt das immer viel schneller, besonders wenn ich Vlad dazu hinter. Aber jetzt haben wir's. Also. Jetzt bin ich mit keine Lust mehr. Jetzt pappt man nämlich Nummer 1 weg. Und dann gleich Nummer 2 und dann habe ich nochmal mein MP. So war das eigentlich von Anfang an mein Plan, aber na gut. Hat nicht so geklappt, wie ich mir vorgestellt habe. Das war echt ein madiger Fight, Mann. Aber okay, dafür haben wir Böse-Servant. Außer sagen. Die ist pur. Das erinnert euch an Summer 2. Wie hieß nochmal das Team der, ich weiß nicht mehr, Innocent, irgendwas, was die Prüdigkeit des Fate-Universums, die Prüdigkeit des Fate-Universums bewahren muss. Was hab ich da für ein Skill? Achso. Passt doch. Sansang! Du überlebst es! Ganz entspannt, relaxed haben wir das gemacht. Mann, egal, Hauptsache wir haben mal Jean-Darc Alter hier mal rausgekommen. Ey, wie viel waren? Stell mal vor, wir hätten Merlin noch was sagen. So, aber schade, dass ihr ein Kostüm nicht kann. Boah, schau, erst Terrorism, man hat ja einen halben Balken gleich davon bekommen. Jetzt sind wir gleich Bauen 5. Freue ich mich für den Kleinen. Der hat's verdient. So, dann lassen wir uns überraschen. Alright, we've captured a puppet and helped the people escape. And you sounds like something the Count of Monte Cristo would say. What? What's going on? It's nothing. Master, I shall carry the collateral. Why don't you kill some time in the bookstore? Huh? What are you talking about? Let's get going already. Huh? This is such a pain. How for? Are you capable of anything at all other than a sheer intrepidity? Where do you come? Where did it come from? Wie sie geschaut hat.
Welcome back. I'm all set and ready to go.
Here, collateral.
Just as I thought.
So you knew that when you made us carry it. What a depraved little man you are.
I figured it would help us to know just what sort of opponent we're up against. See for yourself what's beneath its face.
Ein Mensch. Teil eines Mensches.
The hell? What is that?
That's a human brain. And not only that, its eyes and nerves are human too. Master, I encourage you not to look too closely. You won't soon forget the sight. Das kommt von dem Burgergeruch.
Now do you understand, Maxi? The Berserker's turning people into puppets. First he strips them of their skin and then removes their bones and leaving only some muscle and nerves, which he then packs inside an empty mannequin. When he is done, he has a new autonomous marionette, one that thinks no less. This leaves us with two questions. First, what is his goal in doing this? And second, is it possible to save these puppets? For the first question, ordinarily, one would think that humans move better than puppets. However, now that I have dismantled this one, I can see that this is not the case. The more I look at it, the more his artistic sensibilities shine through. What do you think, Leonardo da Vinci of Chaldea?
Yes, I see what you mean. Much as I hate to admit it, this handiwork shows the true artistry. Da Vinci, what do you mean? This is most likely based on loathing and fastidiousness. Loathing of the human form and fastidiousness in thinking of non-humans as beautiful. These two things overlap, and as a result him creating these things is nothing but more a mere hobby.
A hobby?
Yes, a hobby. He doesn't create these things because he needs them to fight for him. He simply creates them because he finds them beautiful.
Now, as to the second question, is it possible to save these people? No. Once someone has been turned into a puppet, they'll remain a puppet until their death. For starters, the process of making them into puppets shatters their minds beyond repair. They are not alive. They are being preserved in an undead state. What hope to rescue could there be for them once they are seen their body dismantled? Now they are very much dead and broken. A horrific crime, but since they are already beyond hope. Master, what do you think of misusing this puppet for our own ends?
Misuse? Hold it. What exactly do you have in mind? Will uns in eine Puppe verwandeln?
I meant to plant a bomb inside the puppet.
Das dachte ich mir auch letztens. Das dachte ich mir auch. Einfach so hingehen und dann schön für Ablenkung sorgen. Huh?
These puppets return to a cappuccino at regular intervals. Once your armed puppet sneaks in, kaboom! It will wreak havoc among the puppets and give us a chance to assassinate their queen. This way we can take the music of Shinjuku.
It doesn't make sense. Wait, that's... Yeah, I guess that'll work. This is, the thing stopped being human a long time ago. Any semblance of you, who it used to be is gone. It's nothing more than an empty husk now. It's even worse than evil spirits and stuff like that. At least those still have their old personalities. But this thing is completely empty. Nothing we need to concern ourselves about. Tell me, Archer Shinjuku, what is it you would have our master choose?
Proof of his willingness to get his hands dirty here in Shinjuku. I assume you've heard the expression, fight fire with fire, yes?
Ah yes, a well-known classic. To destroy evil, you must use a different form of evil. There's also a saying of the medical community about how poisonous small dust can be a remedy. It's the same principle that gave us penicillin from blue mold and antilinguination of meds from leeches. For that matter, vaccines are nothing more than poison administered at small enough dust to trigger the body's defense, giving it protection against stronger poisons.
You have already proven yourself to be more than worthy of being a master. But you have yet to demonstrate your willingness to wade through the muck that is Shinjuku to achieve our goals. So, can you push the button to detonate such a bomb? Now then, it will take some time to modify this puppet. Feel free to think it over in the meantime.
Immer, ich kann das immer anders von euch machen. Ich stehe einfach da in der Gegend und sage, nee, ich bin der Gute, ich mach sowas nicht. Master, I suppose this won't sound very convincing since I'm not here with you, but you will always be my master, the one who reached out to me that one day. No matter what happens, there's Shinjuku, that part of you will always shine forth. I'm still a long way from repaying the debt I owe you, but thank you. But that much I know for certain. Thank you. Not at all. I wish there was more I could do to help.
Alright, the puppet is ready to go, Master. Shall we?
Let's go.
Okay, Master. Here's the detonator. I'll tell you when it's the right time. All you need is to press the button. Don't worry, you won't be killing any people, though I'm sure you'll find that a little solace. Anyway, it's time. Let's go liberate Kabukicho.
Okay, liebe Leute, unser Master macht sich hier die Hände schmutzig. Das ist interessant. Da würde ich mal sagen, machen wir jetzt aber erstmal einen kleinen Cut. Sacken hier natürlich einen schönen Quartz an. Nehmen, 2 Gears. 5 Gears wäre cooler gewesen, aber okay. Und dann lassen wir uns überraschen, was uns hier erwartet. Bis dahin, haut rein, auf Wiedersehen, ciao.